a very mysterious past, but pretty cool to watch. I was watching some IndyCar lights before, which is pretty neat. Which is kind of like, IndyCar, you have Chevy and Hondas. IndyCar lights, it's all Mazdas, and it's kind of like I don't want to say it's like Xfinity Series. It's kind of like, I guess it's the first level of IndyCar. If you're becoming an IndyCar driver, you would start with IndyCar lights. Champ Car, originally known as CART in 1979. 2004 became Champ Car, which folded in 2008. So there you go. Which is not that far off when you think about it. Power rankings for Daytona for the Sprint Cup drivers. From 1 to 5, we got Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, Carl Edwards, Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano. From 6 to 10, it's Kyle Busch, Jimmy Johnson, Truex Jr., Chase Elliott, Matt Kenseth. 11th through 15th, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon. And then from 16th to 20th, Casey Kane, Ryan Blaney, Jay McMurray, AJ Allmendinger, and Tony Stewart. I guess it would be naive to say that Denny Hamlin wins again at Daytona. Could be Truex Jr., but I'm not discounting Dale Jr. just yet. Dale Jr. could be a winner. It could be Kevin Harvick. Or it could be Jimmy Johnson. And I'm going to say it, Jimmy Johnson. That's right. Don't put your money on it. I'm just saying. It could be Jimmy Johnson. Alright. Some Sprint Cup drivers suffering from winless streaks. Tony Stewart, which of course we all know. Casey Kane's last win was in August of 2014 at Atlanta. Greg Biffle's last win, June 2013 at Michigan. Ryan Newman, 2013 at Indianapolis. Greg Biffle was June of 2013. Ryan Newman, it was July 2013 as they do the Brick House 400. Clint Boyer, October 2012. And Clint Boyer currently racing for H. Scott Motorsports. From what I've been hearing, I think he's switching over to Stuart Haas in 2017. So, very interesting. Driver's grades from Sonoma as prescribed by NASCAR. Tony Stewart gets an A+, Denny Hamlin an A-, Joey Logano gets an A for Carl Edwards, Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Ryan Newman, Casey Kane, Kurt Busch, and Dale Jr. all get A's. Kyle Larson gets a C, Jimmy Johnson B, AJ Allmendinger a B-. Keselowski, Paul Menard, Jay McMurray get B's. Greg Biffle a B-, a B for Danica Patrick, C for Matt Kenseth, Chase Elliott B, Austin Dillon a C, Ryan Blaney a B, Casey Mears, Trevor Bayne, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. get C's, C- for Eric Almirola, Reagan Smith, Lennon Castle, Chris Buescher all get C's, Matthew Benedetto, David Reagan, Brian Scott, Cole Witt get D's, C for Dylan Lupton, who was in the 93 car on Sunday, Michael Annett and Patrick Carpenter both get F's. Carpenter, which I hope I'm pronouncing right, it was in the 32 car on Sunday. Josh Weiss dropped out. Michael McDowell gets a D, and Clint Boyer drops out as well. Last week's race at Sonoma was the last Sprint Cup Series race to be aired on Fox and FS1 for 2016. Starting this weekend, NBC Group takes over broadcasting Sprint Cup and Xfinity Series races. Fox and FS1 will still broadcast the Camping World Truck Series. This will be the second year for NBC, which has a 10-year contract. Rick Allen returns as play-by-play commentator, accompanied by former Dale Jr. crew chief Steve Letarte and former NASCAR driver Jeff Burton. Penalty update. Always fun. And the big news, NASCAR Camping World Truck Series fans have been waiting for. What happened between John West Townley and Spencer Gallagher? Both drivers were penalized. News broke out today. They received the penalties on Wednesday. Thursday, you get the news leaks out. But first, a rewind to last Saturday evening at Gateway Motorsports Park. John West Townley, driver of the 05 Athenian Motorsports Chevrolet, and Spencer Gallagher, driver of the 23 GMS Racing Chevrolet. They collided twice. First time was lap 145. This was the first collision. This one, the 23 truck sends the 05 into the wall. The second collision comes out at lap 155. And both incidents at turn 1, and the 23 goes into 05, but this time they both go into the wall. Then a fight between John West Townley and Spencer Gallagher. It was more comedy than fighting, really. It's not like the NBA where they're throwing chairs and stuff, It's really kind of funny to watch them fight sometimes. And the crowd was cheering too. But anyway, a wrestling match of sorts. Well, after a further review from NASCAR officials, John West Townley was fined $15,000. Spencer Gallagher was fined $12,500, and both put on probation until December 31st. So that was it. They didn't lose any points, though, which is kind of good. So, and of course, this year, the first year for the Camping World Truck Series and Xfinity Series, where they're going to have a grid, chase grid, so it's going to be very interesting this year. In other penalty news, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, the 88 team, driver Dale Jr. and the 20 team, driver Matt Kenseth, the 88 and the 20 teams both received written warnings for failing pre-qualifying inspections at Sonoma. The 88 Chevy, fielded by Hendricks Motorsports, the 20 Toyota, fielded by Joe Gibbs Racing. The number 20 team failed 2 laser inspections, and the 88 team failed 2 body template inspections. Alright, and that brings us to our final piece of business to take care of today, and that is the racing schedule for this weekend. This upcoming weekend, NASCAR heads to Daytona International Speedway. Sprint Cup and Xfinity Series. Camping World Truck Series returns on Thursday, July 7th from Kentucky. Daytona International Speedway, located at 1801 West International Speedway Boulevard, Daytona Beach, Florida, man. 32114, 2.5 miles of asphalt, tri-oval, 4 turns, bankings at the corners, 31 degrees. Tri-oval area is 18, and the straightaway is 2. Formula 1 heads to Austria for the Austrian Grand Prix. So now, racing fans, Motorsports Radio proudly presents this weekend's racing schedule. NASCAR Xfinity Series action on Friday night, Friday at 7:30 Eastern Time, NBCSN and MRN, and it's going to be the Subway Firecracker 250 powered by Coca-Cola with 100 laps on deck. And then Saturday night, Friday night Xfinity Series, Saturday night NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, Saturday evening at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time for the Coke Zero 400, also powered by Coca-Cola with 160 laps on tap. Formula 1 on Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's going to be on CNBC, and that's going to be the Austrian Grand Prix. Now, let me just double check that Sunday's race is on NBC, just want to make sure. Actually, it's NBCSN, so, now, they had the issue last year because people were complaining that a lot of people don't get NBCSN, which I think is really sad. Let's see. Okay, Saturday's race is on Big NBC, and Friday's race is on NBCSN. So Saturday's Sprint Cup Series race on NBC, Friday night on NBCSN. Good stuff. And that's going to do it for today. Now, before we go, we're going to do race notes after each race. But we're going to do it in the morning after because we got 2 evening races. So Motorsports Radio weekend schedule, Saturday morning at 10:15 and Sunday morning at 10:15. So Saturday we'll discuss Xfinity Series, Sunday we'll do Sprint Cup, and then no podcasting on Monday. Motorsports Radio returns on Tuesday at 7:05 with the full results. And now these are the recording times, so of course you can listen on demand. You can go on Spreaker.com, same place where you went to find RP, hashtag sports, hashtag racing, hashtag cars, or you can go to CommunityRadioLI.com, home of Long Island Community Radio, where we are situated. The home of motorsports, results, stats, and news throughout the racing season. This has been Manny Allegretta. Have a good weekend. See you on Saturday. And this has been Motorsports Radio.